And we're
And we're
back.
back. Welcome to the cavalry, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the cavalry, everybody. Good to be here, Johnny.
Good to see ya, Andrew.
Johnny's all splotchy and dark.
That's right. Ring light comes tomorrow, folks.
It's 2025, and Johnny's just getting in on the ring light game.
That's right. I heard that those make you look sexy.
It is ring light. Just hearing you buy one is like it's giving me PTSD
From the stand-up Corona shows.
Yeah, and just like that's what people were like. Probably like one of the top purchases at the beginning of COVID was ring lights. So then they could everyone could do their little office setups and stuff.
Oh, I know what I'll do. I look half. My screen's half dark. I was going to do this. Does this look better? God, that's bright. There we go.
Now you look like an alien being autopsied by the government.
I'll take it.
Yeah, but I can't see your face now.
You can't see my face?
No, I can. You know who you kind of look like? You look like and I don't know if it's the hair because you cut a little bit off and I haven't seen it.
Oh, that's right.
Non-ponytail
like 3
style.
inches.
You look like Mel Gibson in the Patriot. You ever seen the Patriot?
I'm familiar with the poster.
Oh, you've got to see it. You've never seen Mel Gibson's The Patriot?
Maybe I have.
Oh my God. There's a scene.
Good?
Oh yeah, it's great. It's so perfect, like peak, like Mel Gibson, not like awards bait, but just like big, epic, dumb war. He's
okay.
like
you had me at dumb.
Ridiculously violent, just like
okay.
crazy violent, you know.
Where do you stand on Braveheart?
Love it. Love it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But not a great, like, you know what's funny about Braveheart? That's probably the number one movie where I'll rewatch parts of it, but never the whole movie.
Okay, yeah. It's just too much. It's
In
too
high
epic.
school, yeah. In high school football, we would watch the big, you know,
sure,
before games, the big wars, you know, pump up scene.
The part where the guy shows his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then fight for freedom or whatever, you know.
Yeah. I wish they showed
Every man dies.
Balls. What's that?
Every man dies.
I'm not familiar enough.
Not every man truly
lives.
lives.
Tat with you on this one.
There is a part of that where like there's people like leaving, they're like starting to walk home.
Yeah.
And then Braveheart or whatever his name, you know, and William Wallace, he gives the big speech, you know.
Yeah.
And if it were, I always think about this, but like if it were me, I'd be like, and he gets the people to come back. The people who like feel that they come back, like, yeah. And then like 2 seconds later, they're all dead. I mean, like maybe a third of them or live, not even that. And then they're like, yeah, we won. Good thing we stuck around. And I always think like, I just would have been, yeah, this guy's great. But then just like keep like slowly inching towards the back.
You stay in the back. I go, I forgot something. I'm gonna catch up to you guys.
Because it's like the whatever it was, like the Middle Ages. There was no records. There's no way they would know you deserted, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
I'm not a patriot.
You got to figure, I mean, I always think that like when you see war movies and they're like charging and you're like, those guys in the front row, what are they thinking? Like,
yeah.
Do any of them think they're gonna make it? My God, man!
It's just like I like to like maybe part of it is like your life is just so bad back then. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
You're like life sucks. It's so hard to get food. Everybody's got leprosy, and I'm just see disgusting things all the time. Everything smells awful.
Yeah.
And then like you're like, well, if this is it, that's fine.
Yeah, at least I'll be cool. Out looking cool.
I'll just have like the coolest 10 seconds of my life here.
Yeah, then I don't have to. Yeah, if they stab me, then I don't have to fucking, shit in my cave.
Yeah,
anymore.
I don't have to bring the shit bucket out back for the 50th time this week, and
Yeah. Oof.
Maybe that's why they were so excited to go fight. But in the Patriot, he's like this. he doesn't want. It's classic Mel Gibson. It's like he was like this crazy good warrior in like the French Indian Wars or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And and he did like some messed up stuff. Like he was so violent. Like he had to like shut it down. He's like, I gotta put that part of me back down.
Oh, like he would
So
cut people.
yeah, well, he had these hatchets, like
Oh.
Indian like Comanche things or whatever. And then of course this Revolutionary War starts, and he tells all his sons, he's like, we want no part of this. We're peace. War is bad. Take it from me. And then the sons don't want to hear it because they're like, no, but you had your war. Now it's our turn. So then, of course, I won't tell you what happens, but Mel Gibson gets pulled into it,
Oh no.
and then it comes out of him, and then everybody sees what a psycho he is, and he just goes ape shit on the British for like 3 hours. It's great.
Oh.
Yeah,
All right.
watch
All
it
right.
tonight. Do yourself a favor.
Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna do that, but it's on my list. It'll be on
Oh,
my
oh man, you know what? I'm not gonna do that, but it's on my list.
yeah, I'll put it on my
Put
list.
it on the list. That's fine. Put it on
Yeah.
the list.
You know what you should see?
What
Uh this
you
I
want?
don't
Did you just feel left out that I got to recommend a movie, and then you're like, my
know. Ooh,
turn, damn it? Then
Shawshank.
you just
Shawshank Redemption. It's an
yeah,
epic
I've
story.
seen Shawshank Redemption. Thanks.
Yeah, but have you seen it 50,000 times on TNT?
That's the only way I've seen
All
it.
right, all
Yeah, you
right.
ever watch a movie that you've only seen on cable 1,000 times, but then it's like on I don't know, streaming or HBO,
Yeah.
and for some, and then you're like, oh my god, and there's like all these little scenes you've never seen before because they cut it out for the
Yeah.
TV. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, did you watch any of the Golden Globes?
No, I didn't. Were they good?
Well, first of all, Nikki Glazer was great, very funny, good jokes. She really redeemed Joe Coy's sort of
Oh
disastrous
God. Was that
performance.
last year that he did it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
And
have
then
to
I was
watch
like,
hers
that's
on
one of those
YouTube.
ones. It's just like a gig. It's funny. Everything's the same. Everything's comedy because as he was doing it, I was like, man, like it's just like some casino where like they have comedy, and the guy goes in and he drinks too much and he bombs and he cusses out the booker, and then like, well, great. No, that gig's dead for everybody now. They're never gonna have comedy again. And
Yeah.
that's what I thought with Joe Coy. I was like, oh, great. They're never gonna let a comedian host the Golden Globes again. But they
Yeah.
did, and she was great. So,
Oh, good.
but my main takeaway was, man, the movies are in trouble. They're what
Yeah.
Heidi and I are watching now. Heidi wants to watch. This is like her big thing. She loves these award shows, so I'm watching it with her.
Yeah.
And both of us, none of these movies had we ever heard of any of them.
Really?
Nothing that won movie wise. We're like, nope, 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 nope. I mean, like I'd heard of Wicked, and that didn't even win. I mean, it was crazy. It
Ooh.
was
Did the
crazy.
Bob Dylan movie win?
No, he didn't even get nominated.
Oh,
He
okay.
did for the acting, but for like
Sure.
best movie, he didn't even get not the
What
movie.
what did win for the best movie?
Brutalist, the
Never heard of it.
Brutalist, and then whatever got one for best musical or comedy was I can't even think of the name of it, but I hadn't heard of that either.
Wow. What's the
So
difference between the Golden Globes and the Emmys?
the Emmys are for TV. The Golden
What's the big one?
Globes
The Oscars.
are
What's
for
the
like
Oscar?
everything, and the Oscars are for movies.
Yeah, so what's the difference between the Golden Globes and the Oscars?
The Golden Globes are for everything, but it's from the Hollywood foreign press. So it's
Oh.
foreigners deciding what their favorite stuff
And the
is.
Oscars is like the local press.
Yeah, or like or yeah, I don't know who votes on it. Somebody.
Yeah.
Oscar.
Whew.
Oscar the Grouch.
This is not the podcast to get information.
No, yeah, especially about movies.
Yeah.
Cuz I don't know, it's like, do you think that we're I'm just getting old, we're just getting old, and that's why we haven't heard any of these movies, or
No,
is
I
it
think
just
it's
that
because,
Hollywood's getting worse?
well, I think it's just, whatever. I don't know if we blame the pandemic, but, or just the evolution of streaming that
Yeah.
like
But I
the
mean, I've
studios are
watched
so
movies.
antsy to get movies like, well, we got to make as much money. So 2 weeks after they're at the theater, make them available for streaming. It's like everyone that just trains everyone to be like, well, unless I want to go to a theater specifically to experience the theater, I'm not going to go to a theater just to see a movie because I have to. That's the only way to get it.
Well, it's so funny
Because
because this guy, he won for the brutalist,
yeah,
and he gets up there, and apparently the movie's like 3 hours and 45 minutes, and it's got a 15-minute intermission. Like if you go to see it in theaters.
okay,
So he gets up there, he's like, they all told me that would never work, that you couldn't make a movie like this with an intermission, and that nobody would go see it. Well, this proves that I was right and they were wrong, and they can eat shit. I mean, I'm paraphrasing,
sure.
but
One hell of a speech.
all I was thinking the whole time was like, that doesn't prove that you won an award. But I mean, nobody's seen your movie, dude. I could walk up and
I
down
haven't
my
heard
block.
you.
I could walk for 3 hours, knock on every door that I see, and not one person could tell me they've seen The Brutalist. So you didn't prove any. I guarantee that movie's made no money.
Yeah,
So I love how he
yeah.
was
It's
like
just
talking shit to everybody. It's like, I don't know, man.
yeah. He just has some fans in the foreign press.
Yeah, he's got the foreigners on his side. But no, I guess it's gonna win Best Picture too at the Oscars. So
Brutalist.
maybe I should see it. 3 hours, 45 minutes. I mean, on the one hand, that sounds impossible. I'm like, it
Yeah,
took me four. I've seen Heat before, but I saw Heat was on Disney Plus. So
yeah,
I was like, I hadn't seen it in a long time, and again, that's one I've only watched on TV. So I was like, I'm gonna watch it like actual Heat from beginning to
yeah,
end. So good,
yeah,
but it took me 4 sit downs to finish it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's like, how many sit downs would it take me to finish The Brutalist?
yeah. And it's got to be good enough to get you to come back each time you're
Right,
done.
right, exactly.
Like I was excited to see The Irishman. I hadn't even seen it before, and that
Yes,
took me like 3 or 4 sittings,
but it made you finish it.
and I did finish
It's
it.
good enough to make you finish it. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Whatever.
whatever.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a flying dick, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Did you catch that Packers game?
Not much of it.
How did I sound when I said that? Kind of
Not
like
good.
cool and
Not
manly.
no no. Well, and
Uh,
also it's kind of like a meaningless game.
it was a meaningless. Well, not if you're like, a Packer head. Is that what they call us?
You guys
Is
are
that what
cheese
we call us?
heads.
Cheese heads. That's right. I'm a Packer face.
Do you have
Uh,
one? Do you,
what?
Packer face.
No, I don't have one. I feel
You
like I
need a
have.
cheese
No, I don't
head.
have. I always get tempted when I'm at the airport, but it's always on my way out. I'm not gonna buy a cheese head and fly with it.
You're just in like Santa Cruz, California with your cheese head on. Why do you have that? Oh, well, I live in Wisconsin, but I only
Yeah.
see these at the airport.
And
So
I only notice them when I'm sitting around for 45 minutes waiting for my flight. So when I land, I just want to get the fuck home.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, but it was a meaningless game, but it was a shame to lose that streak. The Bears, we had not lost to the
Oh,
Bears since like 2018.
oh, I see. Some rivalry stuff. But
Yeah, that's all it was.
this whole football journey for me with you started with you saying you kind of like the Bears logo, and you were asking, is it okay if you
Yeah.
buy Bears stuff? And I was saying no. And now look at you. Now you're like, we didn't beat them. We didn't put our boots on their neck.
Well, I didn't. I don't care. I even texted my Bears fans and was like, all right, you guys got us. I'm like, Johnny, when did you start watching football? What do you mean? I'm a Packer head.
I'm a Packer face.
Ride or
What?
die.
You're not a Packer face? Oh, you're not one of those Seahawk chodes, are you?
Uh,
Um, I well, but now here we are, playoff time.
is it?
Yeah,
When do they start? This week?
this,
I knew
this
we were
week,
getting
Packer
close.
faces.
That's right. That's right.
Do you know who you're playing?
No, I don't even know when we're playing. When are we playing? Do you know?
Well, I have to look to see when you're playing. I believe you're playing the Philadelphia Eagles, my friend.
Oh, we're gonna take them. We're gonna take them
You think?
down.
Let's see if
I
you
don't
are.
know. I have no
I
idea.
bet you are
Who's favored?
underdogs. Well, I was just gonna look. I bet you're underdogs. So you are playing on Sunday at 1:30 my time. So, or yes, that's 3:30 your time. The Eagles are 4.5 point favorites.
Oh,
You guys
okay.
are
Well, that's not.
underdogs.
Yeah, so we are, and it's single elimination,
Yes,
right?
yes. The round robin tournament. No, it's single elimination.
Eagles. All right, all right. I think we can do it. How do you know where we're do you know where we're playing?
Yeah, you're playing in Philadelphia.
Oh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. I don't like it when we play other places.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that. Hey, so what do you do? Like, are you gonna have a big party, or are you gonna go somewhere, or have people at the house, or
For on Sunday for the Packer game,
yeah?
we are going to be Christ. Oh no, yeah. Uh I will be taking Duncan to Mathnasium for his math tutoring at the beginning of the game, and then I'm gonna race home and catch the rest of it.
All right.
Yes.
Like a true Packer
We'll just
face, you'll be at Mathnasium for the playoff game.
for the coin toss. That's right.
All right. Well, I'll be pulling for you.
All right. How are the Seahawks in it?
We missed the playoffs
You missed it.
by a tiebreaker situation because we were 10-7 and the Rams were 10-7, but they had a better strength of opponents or something, so they won the division and we're out.
Oh, that
I know.
sucks.
I was bummed.
You said you missed it. It sounded like they were like late for it. Like, we didn't sign up in time.
Yeah,
We missed the deadline.
yeah, we're just a bunch of procrastinators.
But you know what? Edie, today is Edie's birthday. We're recording this on the 7th.
Oh, happy birthday, Edie.
Thank you. And they got a new used bike. They're into mountain biking now, and so but their bike is it's like a neon. It's the color of the Seahawks Color Rush uniforms.
Oh,
yeah.
Edie's still my
and
favorite.
Edie loves it. I know you don't. Are you indifferent of that, or you don't like that?
I think it's
uniform?
cool. I think it's cool that Edie has that bike, and I just love all the Seahawk influences in Edie's life. However, it is my least favorite uniform of the Seahawk uniforms. It's not my favorite.
What is what's the Packers color rush? Is it just like white with little
I think
accents?
so. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
I would never have picked that.
No, Packers are so classic. Like, just you'd never have to change, you know. And see, that's what I always said with the Seahawks. Like, our best uniform is like our throwbacks to when the 80s or whatever. And like everybody's best uniform is just like the first one. And it's like a religion. You know, if you start a religion today, you sound insane and it's not fun and it's crazy and you're a grifter. But if it's been around for thousands of years, it has some traditions and, you know, there's some air of reasonability to it, you know?
Sure.
Yeah. So the key is to just have something be around for a long time. Then it gets cool.
Hey, speaking of not being around for a long time, what's your? This is a sports edition of the Cavalry. What's with the I'm keep seeing ads for What is it? UFL, the United Football League.
No, we don't do that, Johnny. Don't waste your time. Although
I'm not going to, but how is that even like? Who are they? Is this?
I mean, just this country
silly.
is obsessed with football, so they just figure like, how can it be possible that the NFL could stop, and then there isn't some. Everybody's like, we're gonna fill the void. We're gonna be football when the NFL
What
is not
void? Is the
happening anymore.
NFL going away? Why would
Well,
the
just in the
NFL
off
go?
season, just when they after the Super Bowl, there's from like the February to August. There's no.
Oh, is that the point of it? It's like we're a
Yeah, they're
league
just
that
trying
doesn't
to.
compete. We
Yeah,
just, oh, I didn't
no, they're
know.
not going head to head. They're just
That's
figuring
what I
like
thought.
they're not like, hey, if you're bored with the Super Bowl, watch UFSL, the game where you've heard of no one and nothing's at stake.
Yeah, trying to get
Uh,
into. Feel like you missed the football
right.
boat. Well, there's a new one coming.
Do you like football, but you want to see it played worse and have no emotional attachment? USFL.
What was the XL? It wasn't the XFL a failed
Yeah,
thing.
that they've tried
Were
that
they
a
competing?
couple times. They've tried it 3 times, and
Were they
like
competing with the NFL?
no, same thing where they were trying to do it in the off season.
Oh, so how is this any different than that?
It's not. It's just it's like DVD and Blu-ray or whatever. Remember when they were all? It's just
Oh
like they're
yeah.
trying to rush to market to be the thing.
Okay.
They're competitive with each other, and then they figure one will win, and then that'll
Yeah.
be like football B during the
Yeah.
off season. And
All
there's
right.
probably a lot of money in that if you can actually make that happen. But the XFL is funny because they started out as like it was like WWE and Vince McMahon, and they had like strippers on the sidelines, and then they was super violent, and they were
Yeah.
like that was like going to be their whole hook is that the NFL is too safe and too like
Yeah.
church and all this, and we're going to be like
We're gonna
raunchy.
guarantee concussions.
But then it went away. It failed after one season, and then it came back after the Colin Kaepernick stuff, and it was like the opposite. It's like we're going to be America and
Uh,
respectability, and it just shows you how like you know the way the NFL is viewed has changed, and all this stuff. So it's just hilarious to me. Like they just try to be whatever the NFL is being criticized for at that moment.
hilarious.
Um, yeah. So sports,
Sports.
you bring
Sports,
it up
sports,
every
sports,
time.
sports. I know. Well, I'm a bit of a sport face.
You're a sport head.
That's right.
You're a cheese face.
That's right. Me and my packs.
Has nothing to do with sports, but
Me and my packer boys.
should we wait? I was just gonna say, oh, I want to update a topic.
Yes, please.
So your aliens, you always talk about aliens being real, right?
My wife always talks about it, and I'm
Yeah.
sure it eked into the
And we
podcast.
talked about it. Was that either of our topics?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because we don't
Maybe we
care.
talked about it, and you said that
I
should be
think,
your topic, and I was like,
oh,
"Oh,
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
was."
So then I started doing it on stage about how we don't care. It's great. I got like
Oh, okay, oh,
three little
good.
bits out of it. Three good alien we don't care about alien bits out of it. So
Oh, and they're
so it's
working.
resonating. It's resonating out there because it works on two ways. One, most of the audience doesn't know that it like all this stuff that's happened because it's such
Yep.
back page news. So it just proves your point.
Yep.
And then two, they don't they think about it and they're like, yeah, I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I wouldn't
Yeah.
really
What
care.
wouldn't affect my life unless they're on my yard.
Yeah. So that's the update there. And
Oh,
then was there another topic update? Hang on. I thought there was something else. Maybe not.
that was it.
I think that's it.
What year were the Seahawks the champions? I'm seeing your hat.
Oh, oh. What year was the Seahawks champions? 2005? 2006?
Okay.
I want to say
All right.
something like that. Long time
I
ago.
feel like a diehard fan wouldn't have to take off the hat and look at it to figure it out, but whatever.
Yeah. Well,
Fair weather.
no, it wasn't
Fair weather
2000.
fan.
Sorry. And I got that wrong. I was way off there. It's like 2016. I'm off by like
Oh,
10
that's
years.
way late. That's like a good 11 years later.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Did you
2015.
figure
2030. I'm not
oh,
good with years.
so just the 10 years later then.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you
Yeah.
figure out what your topic that you had update was?
Did I ever do a thing about throwing batteries away? Oh,
Oh no, but I did see your. Sometimes I see your tweets and I get a little preview of what your topic's gonna
well,
be.
no. Okay, that's not my topic. But you guys are the ones. So at my not my tweet. I do not tweet anymore.
That was a tweet. You did tweet recently. I swear it
No,
was. Was it a
that's a
mention or
thread.
a thread? Okay. I keep thinking I'm on Twitter when I'm on threads.
Why I don't know why you would. It's only the exact same thing.
Exact
I
same
keep bragging
layout.
to Heidi. I'm like, no, I. She's like, God, what are you on Twitter again? I'm like, no, I haven't been on Twitter since the election. I'm not. I bet really. I was like, yeah, I'm off Twitter, but I'm on like Blue Sky and Threads and
Blue sky threads.
so stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, so no, I said I wish I could unlearn that you can't just
Yes.
throw batteries in the trash. And
Yeah.
a lot of people had ideas. A lot of people were mad saying you can throw batteries in the trash. A lot of people got mad at them saying this guy. And I think it was you who told me that you can't throw batteries away in the trash.
Oh, was that must have been a while ago because we've talked about
And
we have like a
Susan,
shoebox full of them.
when we had, we had Susan Rice on this show, right?
Yes.
The three of us. Yeah.
Yes.
And maybe it was her, but it was on that episode, that podcast, where I learned for the first time you can't just throw batteries in the trash. So it's your fault. I would just be blissfully
Oh,
throwing
God.
batteries in the trash if it wasn't for you and Susan.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, you have an impeccable memory. Oh my
Hey,
God.
thank you. It's really not true, but for things directly involving me and my inconveniences,
But which episode?
I don't remember the numbers. See, I'm not good with the numbers. But an update to that. But here's how stupid people are. So then everyone's yelling at me like that I'm lazy and and
Yeah.
this one person goes, listen to this sentence. This was an
Okay.
actual reply. I want
Okay.
you to listen to this. Like they
Is
said,
this a stranger or someone you know?
all straight, of course. Just
Okay.
all no one,
Okay.
no other person I know interacts with me on threads.
Okay.
Apparently you're on there though.
I see your
You
post.
see my threads.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what they said verbatim, and I quote, you can just take them down to the fire station and drop them off there. Now think about that. Of the chores in your life that sound easy to you, finding and driving to your local fire station and walking in with a bunch of batteries like the biggest dork of all time. Hey, fireman, I brought my batteries. Are you out of your mind? Do you know how many other things I would get done around the house before I would make time to drive to the fire station to drop off batteries?
Yeah. I would jerk off 3 times before I would drive to the
On the way
fire
there.
station. Yeah.
So I was just incensed by some of that. But then someone helpful messaged me and said in Portland, and this is a person I do know actually, you can put them in a plastic baggie and put them in your glass recycling bin.
That sounds inaccurate. But I don't sure. Okay. I don't know.
See what I mean? There's so much confusion on this topic.
If you put them in a plastic baggie, they turn into glass recyclables. No.
Yeah. I think the idea is like when the people who get the glass recycling are sorting the glass, then they see that and know where to put it. That was the idea.
What is the guy that responded to you about the firehouse? What does he think you thought you were supposed to do with them that makes taking them to the firehouse
the easy option?
Easy.
Yeah. Exactly. Did he think I thought I had to like get a degree in engineering and take the batteries apart myself? And like
you have to plant them and care
that
for them.
Sounds such a barrier to entry to me. But by the way, I would just have to trust this guy. Like, what if I walk into the fire station and they all look at me like, hey, asshole, we fight fires here. Take your goddamn batteries and get the fuck out of here. Then now I feel pretty stupid, don't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
apparently every county and every jurisdiction has different rules for batteries. So
But they all help you put in your child seat in your car.
I
I
guess is that yeah, that's true. That is
right?
true. That I've heard.
Yeah.
And you can drop off a baby there anonymously and they
I thought
raise
that
it.
was just in Omaha. Is that everywhere?
I don't know. I don't even know if that's really true. I just thought I did I thought that was just like an urban myth.
Yeah. Like the setup to a shitty joke.
Yeah, that I was making. And they
Oh,
all
my
have
my
a
baby's 18 years
Dalmatian.
old.
They all
Yeah.
have a Dalmatian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I know about fire stations.
I did we yeah, I tell you that I like well, I don't know if it was like after the pandemic, but I was like, oh maybe I'll be a fireman. And I like met with a fireman at Starbucks and he talked to me about it. And I was like, oh, hmm, this is not this is not a good fit.
How far after the pandemic was it that you were considering firefighting?
I don't know. I don't know. I just know
I
that's
mean,
the
you
time.
look like a firefighter and you're
Well,
tall. I don't know if
yeah.
that helps.
It was like I think it was in the peak when I was in the peak, like I was like skinny, sick looking skinny from running.
Oh, you just thought you could be the pole.
That must be what it
That's what it
was. I thought
was.
I could be the pole.
You're like, they can
Yeah,
just
that's
slide
right. I met him at Starbucks. I
easy
said,
money.
Are you hiring a pole?"
I
And
could
they're like,
just
what do you mean
stand.
hiring a pole? And I said, well, I could be your pole. You
All
guys could
right.
write down it.
Next up, strip club.
That's right.
Probably should have started
That's
there when
right.
I really think about it. Uh
Yeah.
no. You really what appealed to you about being a fireman?
I don't know. Well, most of them don't.
Firefighter.
Most of them don't get paid. Like most counties don't get paid. But the one in Madison, like it's hard to get into. But if you
Right.
get the job, yeah, Madison. But most of them are like volunteer. Like most firefighters are volunteers.
And was that what you were thinking, or you're thinking you'd
No,
do
I
it
thought
for
I'd
a
get
career?
paid. I thought I'd be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, a little extra money. Because there's that guy in that comedian. What's his name? Is his name Dave Dyer in like Grand Rapids? He's like the fireman comedian.
Yeah. I
I
don't
was
know.
like, all right, you can do both.
That's such a fuck that is such a Midwest thing.
What?
The firefighter comedian. You guys have like one of those for everything.
Well, there's
The
Mike
rooftop
Armstrong,
solar
the cop,
installer comedian and
cop comedian,
yeah.
the ex-cop.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's like a Bob and Tom like special, I feel like, because you have to have another job and then be a comedian that does that job. Uh no, I think it's a bad idea for you to be a firefighter because like what if you actually had to like run into a burning building or something and
Yeah.
risk
I
your
mean,
life?
it's kind of like, if you were one of the soldiers for Braveheart, you'd be like,
You
"Oh,
would
we're
just
really
not.
doing this?" Oh, no, no, I just wanted like,
Yeah.
well, I just wanted to get all the pussy. Yeah, I don't if there's a war, I'm not nope, I'm
Right.
going home.
That's just your last day. And it's
Yeah.
not like
The day the phone rings is the day I quit.
Johnny, the orphanage is on fire. Well, coincidentally enough, I quit.
I forgot to mention
This
two
is my
weeks
last day.
ago that yeah.
Uh, but also like if you're in the army and you desert or like you go to war and then there you won't fight, they'll shoot you, you know.
They shoot you? Or what do
Well,
they just
not in the modern army wouldn't, but like in the old army, yeah, they would shoot deserters, you know, to
oh
make an
my God.
example out of you so you would have the courage to fight in battle. You'd be better off getting shot by the enemy than the by sergeant. But then
That would also
firefighters,
discourage other people from joining the army.
well, I don't think that word back then they could just force you to, I think.
Oh, okay.
But firefighters can't shoot you for just being a coward, you know.
Maybe they blast them with the hose, you know?
Yeah, just one quick blast with the hose and get on your way. You're gonna walk home with saggy, wet pants, but that's it.
Yeah.
The,
Nobody
the
wants that.
sloshing home of shame.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think that's the easiest way to make a couple extra bucks, dude.
No, I didn't. I opted
But
out.
I have heard that because I had a lot of dumb friends who were like going to be firefighters, and they and they all failed at it somehow, one way or the other. Because, like, you're right, they pay really well actually if you're a firefighter in like a big town, and
Yeah.
it's like you get to be on the calendar, and it's very
Yeah.
prestigious. Sounds cool, you look cool, you get to ride around in the truck if you
Yeah.
do it in a big city. But then, like you said, these local municipalities, they don't have the budget, so it's volunteer. So it's like so
Yeah.
competitive to become a firefighter where they pay it. Like you have to like run up a 50 flights of stairs with a, you know,
Yeah.
hose around your neck and all this gear. And then you have to like win. You have to like be the fastest and the strong. Like it's very hard to get, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I just figured, nah.
Yeah. But I like the ambition of it. I mean,
Yeah.
I mowed lawns during COVID. That was my ambition.
Yeah.
Like stick to what you know.
That's right. You know your way around a
I know
lawnmower.
my way around a lawnmower
Yeah.
and dog shit.
And
Uh,
should we get to
I
topics?
think so.
All right.
Been gas bagging long enough.
All right. I'll go first since we sort of talked about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the topic of people always complain birthdays around Christmas, you get screwed, you know?
Yeah.
Well, Edie's is January 7th. So let's see, that's today. Um, and well, that's my point. This proves my point.
Yeah.
We have been celebrating Edie's birthday since today's what, Tuesday? Since Saturday. Saturday was like the first, like, so Edie got all these presents for Christmas. And then on Saturday, they had six friends over. They're like, I want to have an all-day party. So it was like from noon to 10 p.m. Like
Wow.
six friends. And it was just like that's too long of a period. They went to the pool for like an hour and then
Uh,
they came here and we're playing video games, but like there's six people. It just ran out. So anyway, so they all get all those presents and then Gigi came into town the next day, so it was celebrate with grandma. Grandma got a presents, and then the next day, I got that bike I told you about. That was when we had to pick up the bike. So I
yeah.
picked up the bike to get a bike that day, and then
Another
today's the
used
actual
gift.
birthday. Yeah, that's right. The used
Did you go to the
PlayStation.
same guy?
My
Just
buddy,
like, you have anything else in this garage? My kid's having a
I got a
birthday too.
birthday. And then today was like the actual birthday. We've already spent 3 days celebrating. I was like, all right, well, we'll get you Culvers, and then we get a bunch of mail from all the relatives. So
Yeah.
it's been a long stretch. So by
Yeah.
no
But see,
means,
that's the thing is I feel bad because like so Ginger's is December 3rd, right?
okay,
And
yeah,
so it's just she's too young to really notice that much, but like it's just so much stuff in such a short period of time. So even if you are respectful of the two events separately, so like Christmas and birthday get their
yep,
own gifts and a cake and whatever, then it's just for the kid, it's just like sensory overload. Like it doesn't even, like the ninth president or whatever can't mean as much as the
yeah,
first or
yep,
second. So then it's like, at what point is it too much? Sometimes I think with Ginger, it's like you kind of overwhelm her with too many presents. And then it's like
yeah,
she has all these new toys, but then she has to go from like January to December
right, with nothing.
coasting off of those. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I mean nothing. We don't buy her shit
good,
unless it's
good,
a Christmas or birthday.
good.
But you know what I mean? And this
Yeah,
is what I heard for when Edie gets older.
yeah,
someone was just complaining about having a January 3rd or 4th birthday being the absolute worst time because when you're older, nobody wants to go out. Everyone's doing dry January. People are sick of eating. People are sick of drinking. They just
They're
want to
all,
be
yeah, they're sick
home.
of partying, getting
They're sick of
together.
partying and they've seen everybody. They're overstimulated. So they just want to be home and get back to work, get back into a routine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that is, I mean, I want to
But,
back you up, but I do think that is the worst birthday.
well, here's the thing, and I think
Other than December 25th. I mean, that is the worst birthday.
that's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, but I told you, I know, I think I brought this up on the podcast probably more than once, but my brother, the dentist, his birthday is December 26th. And he would always complain about it,
Yeah.
but he is what, 38, 39, and still gets gifts from his brothers and sisters because, oh, it's Luke's birthday.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
where was my October 15th present from my
Yeah. Nobody cares.
46-year-old sister, But it's like, oh, we're all together. We got to celebrate his birthday. Hey, we're all adults. We don't get each other birthday presents anymore.
Right. Well, end it
So,
now. Tell them next year we're not doing it.
oh, I ended it a long time ago.
Oh, good. Okay.
I mean, for myself. Well, now, no, actually, now, because Edie is Luke's godchild. So now he still gets gifts. They're just from Edie instead of me.
Oh,
From Edie.
Edie gets their god
Parent
gifts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
That's
yeah, no,
impressive.
that's a tricky thing because you never know when that stops. I mean, I have three godchildren. Two of them are, children. But one is my oldest is the oldest niece,
Uh-huh.
Dottie, who's, a senior in college. And I still mail her a prepaid credit card or, like a Visa card or Amazon gift card.
Oh, you do really?
Yeah.
Do you think you're giving her a lot of guidance? Do you feel like you've helped her
No,
along
no,
the
no,
way?
no, no, no.
Has she ever come to you in a moment of
No, it's probably a better example when she was younger, but now it's
yeah.
like, what's sad is when your goddaughter gets you a gift and it's better than what you got them. Like last year for Christmas,
Oh,
she
it's great.
clearly spent like twice as much on me as I did.
You got to be so careful with gift cards because like you get her like a $25 Amazon card and she gets you a $30 Amazon card.
Huh?
God, making money
Yeah.
off this girl.
Yeah. All right. What's your topic?
I guess I'm backing you up. I don't know.
I'll take the aspects that you backed me up on.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna file this under one that it's very possible I've done before. So
Okay.
just stop me if it sounds familiar, but you don't need your Instagram to be private.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Have we
Go
done
on.
that?
Go on. I don't know
No,
if
but
we've done it, but
I
this
get
is interesting.
so and I don't know why, but I get very annoyed when these people have private Instagram pages. It's
Is
like,
it
who do
because
you think you are? What are you hiding?
is that for, Auntie Susie that only wants to be friends with the family and doesn't need strangers to see her? Or what's the point of it?
Who does Auntie Susie think is lurking around trying to check out Auntie Susie and her 102 followers? You know what I mean? It just feels very arrogant. It's like, oh, I don't want the masses looking at me. It's like tinting your windows in your car. Like just be it's fine. You don't
Yeah.
need to be private on Instagram.
You had me until you said the tinted windows thing.
Oh, you like
A
tinted
lot more
windows?
logic to that. Well, no, I don't like it. I'm just saying it makes sense. You don't
What
want
makes
people
sense
seeing
about
the shit
tinted
in your car.
why tint your windows? What makes sense about that?
It's if I don't know. Fuck you.
Your Honor, I object. Why? Hey, fuck you.
No, you guys. Well, I'm glad because like I'm always leaving my fucking computer bag in there,
Well,
and like
okay, yeah.
I got merch in the back.
Yeah. No, I've been trained. I mean, living in Portland and, LA and stuff, I'm so hardwired to never leave anything in the car.
Yeah,
So, like, I guess that's a reason. But
yeah.
I mean, like, what am I doing in the car that I need tinted windows? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, what if you're at a rest area and you're jerking off in the back seat?
well, there you go.
All right then.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Checkmate.
accept your apology.
Checkmate, indeed.
Checkmate.
No, I was going head to head with Aristotle over here. Can't out logic this guy.
No, I agree with the
There's
Instagram
something
model.
about it that feels. I'm just gonna forget the tinted windows thing. I'm not fighting tinted windows. I
Sure.
actually don't care that much about tinted windows. But the private Instagram thing, it feels haughty and self-important
Yep.
and sort of like I've got a good job. I don't want my employer seeing like
You know what I
what are
think
you
is?
posting that's so crazy? Oh, you know, you had lemon drops this weekend? Oh no, the boss
Oh,
don't let the boss find out.
this is what I think it is. It's people that want they post whatever they post, whether it's, oh, look at my boobs or whatever, and they don't want anyone, they want to capitalize on anyone that's looking at their shit. So it's like, well, if you're gonna look at my boobs, then
Yeah.
you have to take my number up.
Okay,
Like,
there's for sure that. There's that element of it. But there's also a lot of people who aren't posting like
right. Yeah,
scandalous
Auntie
pictures or
Susie.
anything.
Yes.
And there's Auntie Susie and whatever. I have an Aunt Susan. I should stop using this as an example. But like, you know, and then they do it. I think they're worried about like their privacy or whatever. And if you're really worried about your privacy, then just get the hell off of Instagram.
Yeah.
You don't have to be on there.
Yeah, just email
Or
the
start like
people
a burner account.
sharing.
Yeah, just email. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know
Yeah. I'll
why.
back that up. I
It just
agree.
bugs me. Just we don't need it. Take it off private. You're
Do
not
you
you're
ever
not
follow
Whitey
private?
Bulger.
I'm always deterred. If it's like, oh,
Never. Never
never.
once.
Right.
Maybe if it's like for a business thing and I need to follow the person back because they're like some sort of probably a booker or something.
Yeah.
Maybe. But if it's or like if I know them from high school and they followed me or
Sure.
something like that. But no, if it's such a like, oh, you're private? Well, you're gonna stay pretty private.
Right.
I'm not gonna bother looking at your shit,
Yeah.
stupid pictures.
You fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That settles
That's that
that.
for sure.
Okay. Thank you everybody for listening. I'm going to be in Bellingham, Washington, Friday night at the Blue Room. So if you're in Bellingham or you're in the area, the Blue Room Comedy Club tickets are available. Go get those right now.
All right. I will
Johnny.
be Marinette, Wisconsin. February 1st. It's a Saturday. I'll be at the Little River Country Club in Marinette with I think Pete Schwaba is do you know Pete Schwaba?
Oh yeah, Pete Schwaba, the carburetor guy, the carburetor
No.
comic.
No, he's a filmmaker, but he's opening for me. And then Goonies, February 7th and 8th.
Oh,
Yeah,
Goonies.
good old Goonies. I was gonna ask you, Blue Room, is that any affiliation? Have you ever done or heard of the
No,
Blue
it
Room in Missouri, is it?
no, it's not. It's not even a full time comedy club. It's one of these
Oh,
like
okay.
independent venues. So there's no affiliation. But
Okay.
I have reached out to the Blue Room in
Yeah.
Missouri to no avail.
Yeah, I've reached out, I think maybe one in every 10 times. He says, ah, yes, I'm gonna get you something, and then a year and a half goes by again. Annoying.
Yeah, well, business.
All right.
No wonder you're going to be a fireman. At least they return an email. Okay, thank you everybody for listening to
The Gallery.